Yeah, Danny Mullen question's my favorite.
I know.
Is that a touchy subject?
No, it's not touchy. It's just like, fuck that guy. It's not, I don't love talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I paid him $3,000 from his Patreon to come out to Maryland to do a video with me. We did a video. I hit it off with his co-host Leo, went out to LA, and then was like blacklisted from their whole social circle for reasons unbeknownst to me even after the fact. And then we had a very public blowout where it was pretty much...
Which you clearly won. And I just want to say...
Because it was bullshit, man. I didn't fucking... I didn't do anything. Like, it was undeserved. Like, it was just a mean, undeserved thing.
I
I
get like
never
a TLDR.
I had never seen a more 180 turn in a beef in my life. It was like Danny put out that video. I remember watching it because your
Everyone
name was in the
ripping
title.
me apart.
Dude, I saw your name in the title and I was like, oh, he's talking about Brandon. What the hell? Because I remember before, just backtrack a little bit, before you even put out videos, when you came over to my house that one time to record that song, it was like the first time you and I had like hung out. And you were like showing me all the videos you hadn't put out yet. And you were talking about like, yeah, dude, like June 18th, like I'm going to hang out with Danny. They're coming here and we're going to film. I was like, dude, that's so sick.
Is he like a vlogger or something?
He's a YouTuber.
Okay.
And he does like
Comedy
like
on the street shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so when I saw him, and I used to watch his videos too, and then I saw him have a podcast with your name in it, and I watched it, and out of context, I could see how anyone would be like,
I feel
What
like
the
that's
fuck's
kind of
going on?
flattering because he's using you as clickbait at
well,
that
yeah,
point.
well, because that like the video that they had with him did pretty well, and
I just want to preface this by saying you did used to watch his videos on YouTube, and I
Yeah.
never, and I'm not just saying this because I never fucking liked that guy. I always thought he was a fucking clown. He was the perfect
his videos
example.
were like funny for a quarter of the video. His videos are just way too long, and he tried way too hard on shit that wasn't.
But it seemed like I guess what I was getting at earlier when I talked about how your content has matured and stuff like that. His content always struck me as like he really did kind of do that stuff. And look, I didn't watch his videos extensively, so I can't speak like in depth about like the true magnitude of the art that he's putting out. But based off of anything I saw that you were watching or overheard while I was on the fucking computer while you're fucking yoting to his shit over there, was like I was just thinking like this is the epitome to me of just a guy who just goes out and does like crazy shit, fucks with people, shit like that. And then like I remember you were watching like his stand-up set where he was just
Yeah.
yelling like sunfish at somebody. I was like, this is not good.
He's
It's not good.
anyway. I'm not gonna harp on him too much, but
whatever.
I just remember watching that video and being like, "There's no way this is."
I thought it was a joke.
That it went down the way they said
There's
it went
no
down.
way.
I thought
I
you
was
guys
like-
were doing it as a bit.
I remember
first.
yeah,
No.
I thought that too. I was like,
people
Some
still
like
think
fake
that.
rap beef or something.
I feel
Yeah.
like I texted you and I was like, is this legit? Like, is this like something you guys have going on behind the scenes or something? And you didn't text me back, which I now understand was because you were editing this video for 18 hours to be able to put it out the day after. And dude, people were ripping Brandon apart on Reddit, on the comments and shit.
I had my own friends that were texting me like, "What the fuck's going on, man? Like, you're getting shredded on this video. It's
What
a really
was
bad
the,
look. You look like shit. What are you gonna say?"
What happened leading up to this?
You should just
Like,
it's-
'cause you
a lot
said-
goes into it.
You said you didn't know shit, and then it happened. But then, like,
You'd have
I
to
don't
watch
know.
the videos, but
Okay.
are we gonna go through the whole breakdown of the whole situation?
we don't have
We don't have to go to
We
like
can
the,
if I mean
we
it's up
can
to you
we can
guys.
give like the
It's-
abridged version, like the quick story
Yeah.
if you want. I know you
Spark notes.
I
Give
just
the
get tired of
spark
talking about it
notes.
because people ask me about it a lot.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
I
I
don't
guess
want to put you
it's
in
an interesting like internet occurrence.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I'll check it out later. But is
Um,
there like a TLDR or something?
Yeah, let me. So I paid $3,000 for him to come out and do a video. We did a video together. Everything was cool. I went out to LA and visited Leo, his co-host. Me and Leo hit it off. He was like, "Move out to LA, stay with me. We'll make videos, whatever." So I come back home, fly back out to LA to stay there. Within a week of me being there, Danny tells Leo he can't live with me, he can't film with me, he can't be seen on camera with me. He also tells Austin that, which is another person
It's like
in
doing
that
some
crew.
gatekeeping shit.
Just like he didn't fuck with me and he didn't want them to do any videos with me. So I was like obviously fucking pissed off. I left, came home. Then I was in Austin, Texas. And then this guy named Nerdballer TV was supposed to be doing a video with Danny, and Danny had texted him saying similar kind of a thing, like Brandon's a creep, don't hang out with him, don't film with him. But this is someone that isn't even in his sphere, really. I mean, they're acquaintances, but this is in Austin, Texas, not in LA. So that's when I was like, I'm going to do something to this guy. I have to confront him in some way. And I had this whole backstory about I used to mayonnaise my friends when they'd get too drunk and out of line to kind of check them. So I pulled up on him on 6th Street in Austin and sprayed him with mayonnaise.
Damn.
And then the cops tackled me and they thought I was going to get arrested. And then they came out with this hour-long podcast that was just filled with lies. I mean, he did the worst move ever. He struck first digitally and laid out our entire relationship in a 1-hour podcast just talking about
Yeah,
me.
that's also like way too long.
So I had the groundwork because it was fueled by such lies and weird.
You had to go back and debunk every single thing, which I had never seen done so efficiently. And I say this like I can, like when you talk about how like you've written 4 full-length albums of rap and stuff like that, the way you just laid that out so perfectly was like a spectacle in writing. I'll just say that. Like how you just took it from like step 1 to step Z and just like laid it out. And that's a difficult task, especially because you're the underdog in that situation.
Big time.
You have way less viewers. And this guy goes out and strikes first with an hour-long fucking podcast just raking you over the fucking coals. And then it was your job with your much smaller viewer base to put out your side of the story. And the way it was like, I mean, people talk about sports comebacks. It was like the greatest sports comeback of the century. You fucking rope and dope them, dude. It was amazing. It was amazing, dude.
Yeah,
Truly.
my YouTube career, or whatever you want to call it, would be finished if I did not have a viable comeback. It would have fucked me up because I had already lost like 700 subscribers or something ridiculous in 24 hours.
And you had only had like 23K at that time too.
Yeah. But it was easy video to make for me because when I was watching it, it was just so layered with bullshit. I had so much evidence, texts or otherwise, you know. I mean, thank God I still had the text because people wouldn't believe me as much. But
Yeah.
it was just bullshit. Because you know me. I mean, I've known you guys not too intimately, but I've known you guys for like 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm not some creepy egomaniac, obsessive stalker, unoriginal copycat dude. Like
Yeah.
a regular,
Which is
genuine
funny
guy.
that he
Like,
would say that, you know.
Yeah, like
Projection at its finest.
put that on
Artistic
me.
guy.
Saying that I was like, egotistical narcissist and shit. It was just such bullshit. But yeah, it worked out well for me. I wish it didn't happen. I mean, it was good that it happened, but it was just a lot of stress and bullshit.
Yeah.
But it worked out well for me, and
Yeah, it's like a mini, not cancellation, but like mini just fucking blocked.
Yeah.
It was
was.
beef, dude, and people were excited about it, and you know, even people in my personal life. Like I've never received so many texts on my phone besides from that
Oh,
video.
yeah.
Even like, you know,
I was blowing up your phone, dude.
like everyone was, and like the Juggalo video went bigger than that, and my jiu-jitsu video went bigger than that, but it wasn't the same effect. Like people were really hype about that beef and excited about.
Yeah, that had a
beef.
lot of engagement for that video. It did, like I said, I'd never seen such a drastic 180 in opinion, like public opinion. It was like all the comments in his video were just filled with like, never liked that guy, always seemed weird, blah, 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 just shit like that. Just people just dick riding Danny and saying whatever they could so that he might like their comment. Just like, oh yeah, I'm with you, Danny. Like I always thought he was weird, even though they probably loved the fucking video. And then he made his video and it was just like the fucking Danny's video got ratioed, like way more dislikes than likes. People were going on Reddit like, dude, I don't know if I can even watch this dude anymore. He lost like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, and Brandon got like 10,000. And I was like, holy shit!
It's a
dude, this is
testament- look,
fucking sick.
Well, and then they copyright struck my channel.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly
oh
Leo
my
did.
God.
Supposedly it wasn't Danny. Leo copyright struck my videos, trying to get them deleted, and then he got me with 3 strikes somehow, abusing the system, and then I couldn't post because my channel was pending termination.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
And
yeah.
then
If you get 3 strikes, your YouTube channel's done.
and they tried to do
Wow.
that to get rid of
baseball.
delete my whole channel.
How did you have to contact Facebook and work that out? I mean, YouTube and work that out?
Yeah,
Or, like,
I emailed them, I tweeted, I talked to all the YouTubers I know. We're just waiting for it to go through their system, their bullshit system, because it could have just ended up my channel's deleted, and then you can't fucking get a word from these fuckers. You know what I mean?
They were trying to Stalin him and delete him from history, but at that point, so many people were like engaged with his social media that he posted on his story and shit, being like, "Yo, these people are trying to get me deleted." And then I feel like they probably realized, like, damn, if his account gets deleted, people are going to look into it more, and then we're going to become even bigger assholes, and we've already made ourselves.
Yeah.
So this was
So-
like
Well,
wild.
No,
It was a huge
from my
thing.
end. They
It was
did,
a huge
from my
Jesus
end, they didn't
Christ.
even take the strikes off. YouTube did. You know what I mean? They
Oh.
didn't even rescind them.
I thought Leo did.
From my end, all I could see was that it had went through the YouTube processing system, and they
Didn't he
reinstated my
send you a
account.
fake court notice too?
Yeah, then he sent me a letter of intent to sue that if I didn't delete all my videos that mentioned him or whatever, he was going to sue me. This like 4-page
We got hit
thing.
with one of those, and we succumbed to the threats.
Really? I was literally just like, he can suck my dick. I would rather go broke than, give in to his threats. Because obviously he has to get a lot more money than I do. I know he could fuck me over, but I'm like, then let him fuck me over. I had faith that like people that watched and everyone, it was all going to work out,
That level of gatekeepingness, just like it irked me. It irks me still to know that like our dad would. It's a testament in insecurity, and what it is like, Dad would always say this: is like, look, if you're confident in what you do, you're not afraid to show other people how you do it because you know that you're always gonna be able to doing it better. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he's winning the fucking Mr. Olympia 6 years in a row, he's not gatekeeping what his workout is from another person. He's not saying like, oh, I don't want anybody else to know what I do to work out because then somebody might be. He's thinking, dude, you can. I'll give you my exact workout day by day. Beat me. You won't.
Yeah, I have 12 years on you of doing this.
Like, it's kind of like that magician with the magic trick. It's like once you show somebody the trick, the magic is lost, And if you're not completely 100% confident in what you do and what you bring to the table, then you shift from that like, look, I'm a creative. I put my stuff out there and the proof is in the pudding to when you see a threat, when you see somebody that's kind of gaining on you, that your immediate move, as opposed to like a real man would do, is say, well, I gotta look, this guy is doing something, I gotta do better. I gotta beat him. I gotta work harder. I gotta make it happen. Instead, the route is I gotta do everything I can to keep this person from reaching their potential. It's fucked, dude. It's fucked. And it says everything that needs to be said about that situation, honestly. I know you didn't want to delve too far into. I know this is like, anybody who's going to have you on the podcast is going to want to talk about that. And, I'm glad you did give us the TLDR version of that. But I do advise people to go on to Brandon's YouTube. And if you want to have a good time, go on to fucking Danny's YouTube too and watch those fucking bullshit podcasts. And just watch those and tell me when you watch Brandon's and tell me when you watch Danny's and Leo's who you even trust more. Just from, you didn't have to be involved in the situation to just tell these guys, like, come on.
And while you're at it, watch Mad Men. Watch Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. No, obviously I liked Danny's content like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Was when I really liked it, and I'm not going to sit here and trash him and be like he's got terrible content. Some of his shit I don't agree with and I don't enjoy.
I'm sorry, I did that for myself. That was me trash him.
Yeah,
personal.
I think he's got a lot better content than a lot of people on YouTube, and yeah, it is what it is. That's the situation.
Yeah,
I obviously still don't like the guy, and I don't want to be friends, and that's pretty much that. It was interesting and it was exciting.
Is that the vibe that you got in general out in LA from other people? Does it feel like, we were talking a little bit before the podcast, I'm not going to mention any more names, but just like how there does seem to be this culture of like somebody's doing something and then there's other people that are just kind of like parasites on it. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of leech themselves on.
Yeah, people will find out that they can suck clout from a certain source and they will dangle onto that for like months. And if anything comes up that would get in between them and their little teat of clout, they'll try to make sure it doesn't. And they'll the situation with Danny when I was blacklisted, like people would just treat me differently that were in his crew. You know what I mean? Obviously. Look at me different, treat me differently, just because he had more followers, they wanted to stay in line with him. When they knew the situation was fucked up. But it is what it is. I guess if you view him as your boss and he can tell you what to do. But
yeah,
I don't know.
It's a lesson in power, folks. You want to understand how the world works, just take a look at that situation, and that's what's going on behind the scenes in a lot of fucking places.
But I can tell you, no one can tell me who I can and can't work with. No one's going to stop me from doing anything. So I'm happy to be in that position.
Well, you got to have balls, dude. And that's, you have to have balls to do what you did, to face
especially
that.
to be like, all right, yeah, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to actually address all of this. Like, fuck the haters. Who cares?
And that's the problem is like there are like the reason why people are able to do that. I don't want to get too deep into, it has nothing to do with it, but I talk to like, there are certain people who get away with things because, they are able to continually get away with things because people just roll over around them. And that could be from a scummy guy who like takes advantage of girls who are too drunk, and they do it, and all those girls are just like they wake up the next morning, they're like, oh well, you know, I don't want to report it because it's like, and I'm saying this because I've dealt with this personally in my own life, but like where there's this mentality where it's like there's nothing I can do.
Not that you were assaulting women. Let's clear.
Yeah, no, yeah, not me. This has nothing to do with
Dog,
me.
Jimmy's
It's getting really
girlfriends
dark.
cheat on him.
Great caveat. Great disclaimer. I'm so glad you said that because
I would
would
like
just
to hereby
brush.
disavow Jimmy Selesky for any wrongdoing in the future. I did not know about
I
it.
was raping a lot of chicks, and I was able to get away with it. I know personally.
I
They just
knew-
rolled over. They never stopped. It's
just
great.
rolled over.
Come on, sweetheart.
No, I know girls in my personal life that have dealt with this where they've had those things happen to them one time, and you know, when we've had deep conversations about that, the common denominator is that most people don't do anything about it, and I understand the fear that goes and the embarrassment that goes along with that, and it's so true, and I you know, I don't claim to understand it, but what I do understand is that because of that, the people that are doing that, those types of predators and things like that, they are able to do it because they thrive on cowardice from other people. They thrive on the reality that they can continue doing what they're doing because they understand that at the end of the day, you're not going to do anything about it. And every once in a while, and it takes a long time, if you do it enough, eventually you're going to fuck with the wrong person. You're going to fuck with the wrong person. You know what I mean?
Is
The
that
last
me? Am I the
thing-
wrong guy? Am I a little...
You're the wrong guy.
Last thing I'll say about Danny is he used to fucking do that sunfish thing and just sick his fans on a bunch of people all the time, and none of them could do anything about it because they were starting off, you know, lower than even Brandon was at the time. And I guarantee you none of those people got apology texts. 'Cause
Yeah.
they never got called out. They
Yeah.
never got exposed at the level
Well,
that he did.
And he did not like when that energy was directed towards him. When he was getting all the hate and stuff, he did not like it. And I don't
he
blame
said
him.
he cried and
It would have been easy for me, dude, whenever the internet was against me, or you know, with a small subsect of the internet that is aware of the situation, to just to roll over, like you said, and be like, "Fuck, man, they made me look so bad. Like, be so upset. I can't even make a video. I'm so upset. I'm getting all these hate comments. People are telling me to kill myself. People are telling me they're happy my brother's dead. All this shit."
Yeah.
But I was just like, "Fuck it." I was like, "I'm gonna tell. I know what the reality is and whatever." But let's move past this because we've been harping on it for
yeah,
a
way,
while.
way longer than we should have been.
Fuck those guys, and yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say be nice to people, but it you know,
Be nice to
you
nice
never know.
people.
That's that wrestling mentality, dude. He gets in deep on the shot. You fucking spladled it. You fucking spladled that motherfucker.
Brandon was like, dude, my leg's wide open.
oh no.
bro. Take
Oh no,
the
you're in
shot."
on the leg. Psych.
Look at how long this leg is. Don't you want to just shoot on this
Grab
thing,
it.
dude?
Take a single leg. Nothing's gonna
Wrestling's a great
happen.
sport. A great sport to teach you how to get your ass kicked and keep going for sure.
In order to succeed in life, you have to know how to lose. And you know, I think you know, I will say, not just because we are wrestlers, I will say that mentality that you learn from those things, learning what it's like to get your ass kicked, that it imprints something in your mind where you know, you don't shy away from failure, you accept it as part of growth.